Welcome to the Cox3.com post-game show. Your final score, Corona Del Mar 38 and San Juan Hills 37. Thanks so much for joining us here at Corona Del Mar High School. Along with Bill Kennedy, I'm Mark Heller. The most improbable of finishes, Coach. At halftime, it was all San Juan Hills. They looked to be in the driver's seat. They were up 23-7, but then it's a 31-14 run for Corona Del Mar in the second half. Kelly Tam with the game winner with 4.5 seconds to go. That lead was their only one of the night. It doesn't matter where you start. It's where you finish.
Well, I'll tell you what, easily the most entertaining game we've had all season. And it kind of points out to everybody who watches high school sports is really anything can happen at any time. And to look at a team that was down 30-10 at one point, to come back and win this game took extraordinary courage. It took a great effort, terrific coaching. I feel badly for the San Juan Hills girls because they had a phenomenal season, but it's like the sand slips out from under your feet and you can't stop the avalanche. And then a basket with 4 seconds left, and as you mentioned, only time they led all night. What a
Two
victory.
key things. I want to know what Mark Decker said to his team in the halftime locker room chat, and then how about when that student section just showed up out of nowhere? It really injected energy into the home crowd. Let's go ahead and take a look at highlights from what turned out to be a buzzer-beating victory. First for Corona Del Mar, Maria King from the outside. She was outstanding all night. She finished with 11.
Well, she was a big player on defense, too. I asked her after the game about her elbow. Said she only hit it 6 times, so
Gown
she'll be all right.
With the layup right there for the Sea Queens. And then the outside, it was Abby Conklin. She made that 3, Coach, but it was her only field goal of the game. She finished with 5.
Normally their biggest threat on offense, so you got to credit CDM on their defense against her.
Yep, Evelyn Fox down low. She had a solid game. Jordan Coleman, who scored all 7 of their points in the third quarter to give the Stallions a continued lead. There's a nice cut there, and Fox with the finish. She played a solid game on both sides of the court. And then Kelly Tam was able to get it, and then the outside shot by Bruning. They gave her a 3. I thought that one was only a 2. And you look back at this game, that was a huge call in this game as Maria King gets the shooter's roll for a trifecta.
I tell you what, that was a shooter's drop off the precipice. That thing was up in the air about 8 feet and dropped straight down the middle.
Yep, and then the outside shooting just kind of continued late in this game. Kelly Tam, she hit the 3, and then of course she would eventually become the hero of this basketball game. Looked like Coleman had her stripped. She picks up the basketball, takes the rock, kisses it off the glass. They take the lead with 4.5 seconds to go, and they would go on to win 38-37. Coleman with 11, Van Galder with 10, Fox with 8 for the visiting Stallions. And for Corona Del Mar, King with 11, Bruning had 9, and Kate Thompson, all 6 of her points came in quarter 4. The overall stats, shooting from the field, it wasn't pretty, but Corona Del Mar 41%, San Juan Hills 28%. The difference from 3-point range, whereas Corona Del Mar outscored them 18-6. The free throws +3 San Juan. The rebounds were +5 for Corona Del Mar. And remember, San Juan Hills, Corona Del Mar, had 13 turnovers in the first half, only 3 in the second half of this one.
Well, that obviously played into the final score. No turnovers, great shooting in the second half, energized defense. I feel badly for Taryn Guillen because she had a great season. San Juan Hills with so many senior players, and this is a hard way to go out, but what a fabulous year they had. And for Corona Del Mar, they get to keep going after a memorable night.
Well, the ride continues. Mark Decker's team with the victory. They're now 21-8. Taryn Guillen, San Juan Stallions, they finish off an outstanding season with a record of 22-4. They'll take on the winner of Tustin against Lakeside in one of the semifinals, Coach. They're just 2 victories away from their second ever CIF title in school history.
Well, it was exciting, and as you mentioned, the student body showed up at the start of the fourth quarter. I don't know if they were having a SAT practice exam around here or whatever, but about 200 students came into the gym at the start of the fourth quarter, and the energy was amazing.
Well, that's going to wrap it up from Corona Del Mar High School with your final score. The Sea Queens, 38. The Stallions, 37 with the victory. Corona Del Mar moves on. San Juan Hills, their season comes to a conclusion. With Bill Kennedy, I'm Mark Heller. You've been watching the Cox3.com postgame show. Good night.